I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert The Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generation 1 Pretender CATILLA, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1988, he was part of the Pretender's Beast assortment and retailed for approximately $15. And I recently picked up this guy because, as you know, I picked up his buddy CHAINCLAW at TFCon 2021 in Baltimore, and as soon as I got him and I checked him out and I loved him, my good friend Patriot Prime was he was on. He's like, okay, you got CHAINCLAW, now you got to get CATILLA. So yeah, I blame Patriot Prime for this one, but actually I don't, because I absolutely love this figure. So here we have CATILLA in his saber-tooth tiger, armored up saber-tooth tiger mode. Really love these Beast Pretenders. They do something really cool. So I like the Pretenders, how they are humanoid robots. So they take their robot form and they cover it up and they hide it with their Pretender shell. Their human shell hides a humanoid robot. And then when they come out of that shell, then they can transform into their alternate mode. The Beast Pretenders go the other way, right? Where the robot transforms into a mechanical beast, and then the Pretender shell is that of that beast that represents. So the shell is, instead of being a shell of the robot, it's a shell of their alternate mode, which I think is really, really cool. They just kind of completely went the other way with it. So yeah, CATILLA here is a yellow saber-tooth tiger with some red, it's like a red armor or a red saddle right there. You've got that silver battle mask right there, very reminiscent of Battle Cat. If you're into He-Man, it's very reminiscent of Battle Cat. I mean, paint this guy green with some red armor, you got yourself a really cool Transformers Battle Cat crossover, I think. And you got a little weapon mounted here on the top there. You got a silver tail on the back. Very, very cool. He measures approximately 10.5 inches long. He's approximately 4 inches tall. So he's got a really, really good size to him. Now, I did get his instructions with him too, so I wanted to show these off. These are really cool. I love how you see the cat or the saber-tooth tiger on the one side, and then you flip it over to see the robot on the other. Very, very cool. And yeah, I just kind of want to show these off because these are super, super cool. You know, anytime I can look at original G1 instructions, that's always a cool thing to look at. So you can see right there, he comes with, you know, you get the shell, the helmet, the robot, the tail, and the concussion cannon. So we're pretty much seeing most of it here. We're just not seeing the inner robot just yet. And instructions on how to arm him up and how to transform him, how to get him inside of the shell, and where the stickers would go. Very cool. Again, anytime I can look at G1 instruction books, I think that is a really cool thing to look at. So there's that. Now let's do this. Let's do a couple of quick comparisons real quick. So of course here he is with his partner, his Beast Pretender partner CHAINCLAW, which I picked up at TFCon Baltimore. So you can see what these guys look like together. Very, very cool. And if you can see all of the detail on him, you can actually kind of see the fur. You can see the kind of like those orange stripes right there, white fangs, orange mouth, black eyes right there under the mask. Just really, really cool. But it is, you know, much like CHAINCLAW was and much like an original Battle Cat would have been, he is a static figure. He's not really going to do much of anything but stand there and look like a saber-toothed tiger. So there's that. Another quick comparison just for fun. Here he is next to the current, let me see if I can back this up a little bit. Current Origins Battle Cat, which is considerably bigger than the original Battle Cat. I kind of wish I had an original Battle Cat so that I could compare them, because I think that would be a little better of a comparison. But there you go. You can actually get yourself some Masters figures. And you can have them right and get to. If you're missing a Battle Cat from your He-Man collection, you can get yourself a CATILLA shell, and there you go. You're all ready to go. Maybe give him a coat of paint, and you're all set. So really cool. Just a fun comparison right there. Now, as we saw just now, I did take the weapon I almost said apart. I did take the weapon off. So here's the look at his weapon, which we're going to see again in robot mode. It's got two pegs. You got a little peg right there for the robot mode, and you've got this bigger peg right here, which mounts to the side of the armor. There you go. And yeah, there's CATILLA, pretty much a CATILLA shell, armed up and ready for battle. So now let's get the transformer inside. Pretenders hide the transformer inside. So we'll take the gun, we'll set that off to the side, take the helmet and just pop that off. And again, you can see some really cool details on his face right there. And then we're going to take the whole shell right here, and this is just going to split in half. And you can see CATILLA right in there. Set that guy off to the side, and I always like to take a shell, put it back together. You know, I always like to take my Pretender shells, put them back together, and display them together with the robot. So there you go. CATILLA's ready for display later down the road. We'll just set them off to the side there. And here's CATILLA out of the shell right there. So we got to get him into his full beast mode here. So we'll take the legs and just kind of bring these down. Reach back here, grab his tail, flip it out. And then his front legs, we're just going to bring these forward and bring down that claw. Bring this guy up and forward. Bring down this claw. And there is CATILLA. Let me get in a little closer. And here is CATILLA now in his robotic beast form. And in this mode, he is approximately 4 inches long from head to tail, about 2 inches tall at the body. And again, you got yourself a saber-toothed tiger. This is just a robotic saber-toothed tiger. So you got yourself your little fangs right there. The mouth doesn't move. I wish the mouth would open and close. That would have been such a cool detail if the mouth would open and close. You got a yellow head, mostly done in yellows and grays. He's kind of the opposite of CHAINCLAW, where CHAINCLAW had a yellow body with gray highlights. This guy's got a gray body with yellow highlights. So they actually complement each other really, really nice, and we'll see that in just a moment. Love the blue visor eyes right there on the head. And I love how the sticker detail kind of helps to make that fur, that kind of a mane, if you would. I mean, mane is more of a lion thing, but you know what I'm talking about, where the tigers have kind of like that fur that sticks off to the side of their cheeks. It's kind of represented there in sticker form, which is really, really cool. You got some claws right there in the front and the back, going around the whole thing there. I love the little tail. I love that he's got a little tail. Absolutely love that. And of course, you can arm him up. You can take the weapon, and once again, using that same peg that we used on his shell, we can just peg that right up there to the top, and you got yourself a battle cat, for lack of a better term, really. It's a battle cat right there. Let's take that off one more time. We'll do another quick comparison with CHAINCLAW so you can see what these guys look like together. And again, I think these guys complement each other really, really well. Patriot Prime was right. If you got one, you got to get the other. These guys belong together. This is just such a cool set to have together. So getting into transformation for CATILLA here, it's very simple, and it's very similar to what we did last week with CHAINCLAW. Really, the only difference is that we're going to take the tail and tuck it in. That's really kind of about the only difference between the two. They're kind of almost remolds or retools of each other. So take the back half of the cat, as you saw me do just now. Flip that back, and I always bring the legs up a bit. Bring the arms down. So actually take the front claws and just flip those up. Reach back here, grab the robot fists, and get these out. And now they're going to give me trouble. They haven't given me trouble. Now they're going to give me trouble. There we go. And then you can bring the arms down. Finally, we're going to take the cat head. Let's back up a little bit. We're going to take the cat head, flip that down, and there is CATILLA in robot mode. And here in robot mode, CATILLA stands approximately 4 inches tall. And again, you'll see him in a moment next to CHAINCLAW. You'll see there's a lot of similarities between the two robots. But he's a cool little robot. I like him a lot. I know he's kind of simple. They both are, but I kind of find him charming. I don't know why, what that is, but I do. Now, the face, he's got a cool sculpt for the face, but it's just got that pink paint on it, and there's no detail painted on him, so that's kind of a shame. It would have been nice if he had maybe a little bit of paint for the eyes right there, because the face just kind of fades away back there and just kind of gets lost, so that's kind of a shame. You got a lot of mechanical details there for the arms, mostly done in gray. Again, gray robot with yellow highlights. Love the beast head as part of the chest. Same with CHAINCLAW. Very, very cool complement right there. You got the yellow fists right there going down into the legs, which are all one piece. That's really kind of about it. Articulation wise, not a whole lot here. The head does absolutely nothing. And I really don't see why they couldn't have given him rotation at the head. I really just don't see why they wouldn't have done that. Let me check with... Now, CHAINCLAW's head rotates. He has the sticker back here. He almost looks like he should rotate. But there's no way. That's not the stick. The sticker's not giving me that much resistance. So, no, I don't think his head rotates, which is weird. CHAINCLAW's head rotates. I don't see why CATILLA's doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to open this guy up and fix him. But it looks like he could move, but there's a lot of resistance. I don't want to force him. And there's no way that little sticker is giving me all the resistance that I'm feeling. There's no way. So I don't think his head rotates. Shoulders, forward and backwards, all the way around. He can bend at the knees, sort of, kind of, because of transformation. That's really kind of about it. In terms of the weapon, for the weapon, you're supposed to use the little peg, plug it into the side of his left arm right there, forming sort of a fusion cannon. And there is CATILLA now, all armed up and ready to take on some Decepticons. So once again, for comparison, here he is with his fellow Beast Pretender CHAINCLAW. And again, these guys complement each other absolutely perfectly. I really love the way that these guys look together, especially when you do this. That's awesome right there. That's just such a cool shot right there. Absolutely love that. Really, really happy. You know, I was so happy that I found, again, CHAINCLAW was one that wasn't really looking for it. I just kind of happened upon it at TFCon, and I picked him up. He was complete. He was a good price. I picked him up. And then, like I said, Patriot Prime was like, man, if you got one, you got to get the other. He's so cool. So sure enough, I picked them up, and I'm really happy that I did, because they truly do complement each other. This is one of those, if you get one, you got to get the other. Excellent addition to any Transformers or any G1 shelf. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Generation 1 Beast Pretender CATILLA. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there, and I've also offered channel memberships. If you want to join one of those, I certainly do appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.